Morning. Welcome to another FOC with the CCB. Just a couple of things I want to go over. We have Chris Pacciallo coming to our store on July 20th for 4 hours, 12 to 4. He's going to be signing and a little bit of sketching. If you're lucky, you might get a sketch. He does not do many appearances, and he hasn't been to Canada in 7 years, so this is really cool for us because we're in Stayner, Ontario. Not quite the hub of Ontario, but hopefully some people who've never been to our store will make the trip and come visit us. Chris Pacciallo, known for Neil Gaiman's Death, Generation X, Uncanny X-Men, Amazing Spider-Man, X-Men, Steampunk. He's been doing DC covers as of late, New Avengers, Doctor Strange with Jason Aaron. So he's done a lot, and he's a great artist and a nice guy. We also have our Zatanna drawing contest underway. We have the blanks in stock, and we've received one entry already. So it's due, or the deadline is July 27th. So you've got plenty of time. And Marvel Legends Strange Tales series for the figures are not going to Walmart or Toys R Us. You can only get them at stores like our store. And it's got this cool Helverine, it's got Dracula, Lilith, Hellstrom, Moon Knight, Vampire Storm, and Dr. Voodoo, and it builds Blackheart. So we're going to be bringing those in, but you can save a little bit of money if you pre-order them. So they're up now. Let's just jump into our FOC and see what is what. It is Canada Day weekend, so tomorrow we're closed. That we're not normally open, but we're going to try and take the day off. And Tuesday we are getting ready for Montreal. Wednesday we hit the road, and we are gone all week. We'll be at Montreal Comic Con with Mark Brooks, Jed McKay, Ryan Stegman, Sweeney Boo, Jenny Cha, the artist of The Sickness, Glenn Fabry, Robert Englund. They just keep adding guests, so it's kind of cool. Anyway, we're going to be there. And DC pre-sales, let's jump in. Let's see what's what. Okay, Batman 89 Echoes, number 4. This book has been heavily delayed. Number 3, we had on our FOC months and months ago, and it's still not in the store. People like this series, but, trying to keep a deadline on it is crazy hard for them. You've got 3 different variants, and that kind of looks like a Batman Beyond. Things. It doesn't say anything, but it says Drake, so maybe it's just Tim Drake. Anyway, you can get all 3 covers for 20% off, because that's what we do here. Absolute Power Task Force 7, number 2. Number 1 was on pre-sale last week, so I guess these are going to be coming out weekly. You got your Simone DeMeo, who's going to be at Fan Expo, and John Jiang. John Jiang doesn't do a whole lot of standard variants. I do like the cutoff here with the city and the water and the color change. He normally does like convention exclusives or ratio variants, so it's kind of nice getting an affordable variant by him. We don't have the Stephen Platt cover image yet, which I'm disappointed for because I would like to see what he has drawn. I like his art. And John Timms, and we've got a Dan Mora foil, and you can get all 6 covers. That's a lot of covers, so 20% off. Absolute Power Origins. This is a 3-part miniseries tying in. I guess that is a photo, right? Is that a photo? It looks like it. But no, it says Irvin Rodriguez, unless he took the photo, but I guess this looks like a painted bit right up there. Anyway, Amanda Waller. You've got the B cover and the C cover, and you can get all 3 for 20% off. Really excited about this. Chelsea really liked Nice House by the Lake, so the sequel, Nice House by the Sea, 12-issue run is coming out. Can't wait to read this, and I love this cover. I love, like, he's looking out the glass window and the reflection. You can see the wall behind him and the thing burning. Great cover. But again, Chelsea and I are both looking forward to reading that. You can get all 3 covers for 20% off. Detective Comics, people keep looking at the covers. We've had a customer just go through the first two volumes of the hardcover, and he said it's great. I've been wanting to read the series from the beginning. I just put out a run from part one to almost current, and I'm so tempted to kind of just take them home and go through them. But anyway, Detective Comics, 1087 is getting big numbers, eh? You can get all three covers with 20% off. You got Kelly Jones, Guillaume March. I guess this Guillaume, he's studying in a bat cave, taking in all the info, as one does when you're a wealthy detective dressed as a bat. Harley Quinn, 42, Sweeney Boo. I do like the Sweeney Boo art. I don't know if she's doing the interior on this issue because she's been just doing the covers the last few. But she's a busy person lately. You got your Leslie Lyrics Lee. It's a nice one. Got the hyenas on there. And Leslie will be at Fan Expo this year. Probably get a couple of signatures for the store. And Ben Harvey. I like this cover. Ben Harvey's a new artist that I've discovered just through variant covers from DC, and I like him. I gotta say, I like him. But you can get all three of those variants for 20% off. Penguin number 12. I do like this cover. Penguin covers have been great. Tom King has been writing it. I haven't read it. And again, another thing I should probably be reading. And the B cover is by Massafera. Batman Dark Age by Michael Allred. You got two covers there. Power Girl. I do like the Dodson cover. I've always been a Dodson fan. And I also think that Yannick Paquette is starting to draw a little bit more like a Dodson. There's some similarities, I think. But yeah, you've got those three covers, and In-Hyuk Lee, I think he might be coming to Fan Expo in August, but I'm not completely sure. Anyway, 20% off for all three covers. The Flash, Mike Deodato Jr., he's on the cover. I don't know if he is doing the interiors again, because I really liked his art on that first arc. I think he did the first 6 or 7 issues, and then Ramon Perez took over. But I do like that art, and you've got 4 different covers. I do like the Matt Taylor one, like all the reverse Flash on his head dancing around and through his fingers. That's a really cool cover. All right. So yeah, 4 covers. Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. He's doing a signing at CGC, and I guess that's a good timing because all of his variants have been hitting the shelves lately. Green Arrow, another John Jiang. I do like this cover. I like his color palette, I guess. It's always on the verge of neon. Looks good. Looks good to me. We don't have a lot of Green Arrow buyers. Maybe 1, maybe 2. And Kevin Smith, who did a really good Green Arrow run, in my opinion, is going to be at Montreal Comic Con only for 1 day. He'll be signing for 1 day. I don't know if we're going to be able to get away from the booth to try and get a signature, but I'm going to see if I can make it happen. Zatanna number 2, looking forward to this book because I read the first one. It's out now, and I really enjoyed it. And I know John Constantine's going to be making an appearance in the series. The Jenny Frison. Why isn't that image up? Let's see. Zatanna Jenny Frison. There you go. Oh, we're on eBay there. It's got to be a better image, but that's a really cool image, and I guess we'll have to check out Bird City's Instagram. Anyway, I know they're doing a foil version of this, but for a convention. But anyway, that Frison cover is really nice. And you've got your Ariel Diaz, also known for just doing variants. So that's a good one to get for all the covers for 20% off. There's 3 of them, and I think the 1 in 25 is some version of the Frison one. And We 3 is coming back, Anniversary Deluxe Edition. It's a great read. Kind of sad if you're an animal person. All right, let's check out Marvel pre-sales. Okay. I did put our Strange Tales action figure pre-sale up, and the DC versus Marvel omnibuses. You've got your George Perez cover. The image qualities at Lunar were terrible, but this collects the whole shebang, and there is a Jim Lee variant. Again, these they're not great. So you get Jim Lee drawing Spider-Man, so that's kind of cool. Like, I don't know if he's ever drawn Spider-Man before. But they are saying that they are not going to ever reprint these. So these are, it's one and done. We're giving you 25% off. It's $205, so you can get them for $153.75. So if you want something really cool that's never going to be printed again, I think this is the way to go. And then you can also get the amalgam versions. So they did all those one-shots mixing up Wolverine and Batman and Doctor Strange and Dr. Fate, Captain America and Steve Rogers, all that kind of fun stuff. Dave Gibbons did that cover. Again, we don't have great quality images. And then Jim Lee does his own. So it's Jim Lee doing those amalgam characters. You can see Dark Claw right there and Super Soldier. Yeah, I have no idea who else is on that because the image is too small. But 25% off. That's a big chunk of change coming off a $205 book. So I know I said I wasn't going to bring any more omnibuses in unless people order them, but I might have to make a change in that for these two things. All right, Amazing Spider-Man number 54. Zeb Wells and Romita Jr.'s runs are coming to an end soon, very soon. And we got Peter taking on Green Goblin as the Green Goblin. I do like the Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe variant. I just love the spider Jeep, and it's just jokey fun. It's like Looney Tunes style stuff. And we get the second part of the Delato connecting cover, and the image is very small. But we ordered a bunch of the first part where you get to see all the villains, or the majority of the villains, and then you get a few more and Spidey himself. So that's going to be a great connecting cover, in my humble opinion. So you can get all 4 variant covers for 20% off. Annihilation $20.99. Every issue has a first appearance. This one's, I guess, the first $20.99 Dracula. So you got your 2 variants there. Black Widow Venomous. I think this is a 3-issue series, but I could be wrong because my research was 0. The A cover's pretty good, and you've got your Derek Chew B cover, and I love when they're really jokey. Like, I love the fact that he's just cutting her in half, and it's just all symbiote. And who else was there? Oh yeah, In Hyep Lee. So some strong cover contenders for that. You can get all 4 covers 20% off. Captain Marvel's got a few. The Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe version. He's got the Infinity Gauntlet on, and he's got the cube. So there you go. And whose sword is that? Is that a null sword? He's got all the big weapons. All right. Continuing on again, 20% off. Deadpool Wolverine number 2 second print. Number 1 is sold out to distributors. Fantastic Four. I love this. I love the vampires just biting Mr. Fantastic's skin. It's a great Alex Ross cover. This series is almost done. The 4th issue is out. Number 5 is left. And what's going to happen after? So here's a little trade-off homage. On another issue, they did Wolverine with Deadpool Reflection, and now we got Deadpool with Wolverine's Reflection. Yeah, McNiven's been doing that cover quite a bit as of late. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. Let's see how he's doing it here. He got the old chokehold. Where is the Invisible Woman? Oh, trust me, that Invisible Woman is dead too. That's good. That's good. Okay. You've got a vampire variant, and you can get all for 20% off. Hellverine number 3 is out, and you've got a nice little loving Wolverine Deadpool cover. Stan Sakai doing a cover. If you don't know Stan Sakai, he's known for creating Usagi Yojimbo. And there you go. You got a Stan Sakai Hellverine. All 3 covers 20% off. Alex Ross and his Thor versus Hercules. I like all the phones. Everyone's just filming away. And cup of tea, pint of lager. Oh, I didn't even notice the being in the background with the I like the fingerprints on the glass. It's fun. It's a fun cover. Solid run. Alex Ross has been doing all the major Thor titles. And here we go with another Wolverine. Deadpool. Gonna be seeing so many of those before the movie hits, maybe even after. And Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe again. What do we got? How's he doing it? A big hammer. All right, all right. Don't love that one as much. You also have a Simonson variant. There you go. Classic Thor creator, writer, and artist. You can see that he is getting older and his art isn't quite what it was, but it's still Simonson through and through. And you got a Ramos, and here's Spider-Boy just picking him up. Kind of a fun little cheeky cover. Where are we going here? Okay, and again, you can get all those 4 for 20% off. What if Donald Duck became Wolverine, #1? And you get a Peach Momoko, you got a Phil Noto, Scotty Young again, a Ron Lim, and you can get them all for 20% off. So this is going to be the second original Disney comic from Marvel. And I think they're going to do a string of Donald Ducks as certain characters. Midnight Suns Blood Hunt #3 is the last part. You've got 3 different covers. They sell okay, nothing crazy. Probably make the Blood Hunt storyline a lot better, knowing more of the side stories. Miss Marvel Annual tying into the Infinity Watch. You've got your McCone variant. He's always been doing that. And you got a Manahini. All 3 for 20% off. Scarlet Witch #1, second print. They're using a classic image from, this was in Marvel Fanfare. It was one of the, I think it was a back cover, or if it was a pinup inside. P. Craig Russell. It's nice to see something like that rather than just doing a color change on the first print, you know. All right, Spider-Gwen 3, we got our Mark Brooks cover. Mark Brooks is a good artist who is going to be at Montreal this coming week. We've got our Villalobos. I like the trees, little blossoms there. It's a nice touch. And we've got our Woo. It's a little, not an homage, but classic kind of cover. And reading Moon Knight #0. That's going to be a big book next week because it was a secret surprise original story. So people are going to be fighting over that. We got our Scotty Young, and you can get all 4 for 20% off. Spider-Man Shadow of the Green Goblin #4. I like the starkness of the cover, you know. There's just a lot of blank space. Star Wars Darth Maul, black, white, and red #4. Last issue. Gist. That's a really cool cover by Gist. I will probably put a couple extra copies on the stands. And you get a Simonson. There you go. Simonson. Good old Walt. You got a second printing for Ultimate Spider-Man #6 and its original art, so I like that. #7, only 2 covers. There you go. They're cutting back on the variants. And a second print for Uncle Scrooge, and it's by Mirka and Dolfo. A lot of big artists working on these Disney covers, which is kind of fun. Where are we going here? Venomverse Reborn #1, second print, Greg Land variant. So another original cover, because I don't recognize that at all. Unless it's a page from inside the comic. Could be, because I didn't read that one. Not a big Venom guy. X-Men Heir of the Apocalypse, #4. This is the last one, and you got 2 different covers. Werewolf by Night, Red Band. It's all going to be Red Band. There's no standard edition, so this is going to be a violent series and sealed, and there you go. There's a lot of different covers. You got your Saturday morning cover, a foil one, which is expensive, your Deadpool cover, and a Dazzler, Disco Dazzler. Kind of fun. I don't know if it's necessary, but maybe they're going to start doing some Dazzler variants for the next little bit. And you've got a Raza cover, and you can get all 6 for 20% off. So that is the Marvel. Let's jump into our miscellaneous, the indies. Something Crawled Out, number 1 from Vault. New horror story. Blood Squad 7 is going to a second printing. We're getting another Spawn Kills, series, and this one is Spawn Kills Every Spawn. Fun little thing. Let's check out the McFarlane cover. We always sell more McFarlane covers than the other covers, so I'm sure the B cover will be the hot seller of that issue. Supermassive one shot, connecting all those Radiant Blacks and Radiant Reds and all those kind of. It's a big universe, and people who are into it are into it. Blood Squad 7 number 3, 2 different covers. Feral, the final issue. It's a wraparound for the A cover. And this is probably my favorite B cover for them, the Dawn of the Dead. I really like that a lot. Where are we going from there? Kingspawn, 2 covers. Rook Exodus. All right, this threw me for a loop. So Rook number 2, I don't think we sold a single copy off the stand. I was so surprised because number 1 did so well. Number 2, we had our pre-sales and our subscriptions, of course. Yeah, we had that. But for number 2, nobody bought any from the stands. And so I just had the same number of number 3s, and then we sold out of number 3 on day 1. So that's the joy of owning a comic book store. There's no rhyme or reason. It's guessing. You think you're guessing correctly, and then nothing. Creature of the Black Lagoon, last issue, and you get a nice little Jenny Frison cover for the B cover for those Frison fans. Void Rivals, continuing that Energon universe, 2 covers, and this is cool. EC Comics is coming back, so it's going to be a bunch of different short stories. You got Brian Azzarello, Chris Condon, Jay Holtham, Stephanie Phillips, Jorge Fornes, Phil Hester, Peter Krause, and you got some great covers. Here's Lee Bermeo. This comes up from Oni. And it's going to be violent and gory and awesome. The Sorrentino cover is really cool. I like that. So I'm excited because I love a horror story. Then you got your foil variants and a blank variant, and you can get all 5 for 20% off. Rat City is going into its 4th printing. We don't have a cover image yet. I just checked this morning, not there. And number 2 is also going to a 2nd print, so it's selling well. Anansi Boys number 2 from Neil Gaiman. Number 1 sold pretty good. We sold out in store. Arkham Horror, The Terror of the End of Time. So another horror story. Matt Kint has a big, more expensive issue, a new series called Guilt Frame. Matt Kint fans are always buying up his stuff. Godzilla, Here There Be Dragons 2, number 2. The first series is sold really well. Monster High is getting a series, and I think they're getting like a TV series or something. There was some hype about it all. Berserker, A Face Full of Bullets. I can't remember who was doing this one. I think it was like Jason. Yeah, it's Jason Aaron who is taking over the Ninja Turtles. He's doing a one-shot for Berserker, and there is an homage to Frank Frazetta right there. You've got foil versions, and you can get all 4 for 20% off. This guy, the Berserker Deluxe Edition slipcase signed. So this is signed by everyone. Keanu, Matt, Ron. It is limited 1 per store, and allocations are likely to occur. It is super expensive. There's no discount on it for us. They have their price, which is, so if you want it, it's $1,000. Super expensive, but a great collectible. And once the movie and anime starts kicking up, it could be a good investment, but it's an expensive investment. And all the best investments are expensive investments. Don't get me wrong. Fence Challengers. We had some buyers on this series when it was coming out, but now they got a one-shot. So there you go. Hello Darkness number 1, a new horror series, and there is a Jenny Frison cover. There's a Peach Momoko cover, which I don't believe is finished because they give us the black and white image. But it's pretty creepy. You got that big head and the head falling off, and I like it. I like it. And a blank one. Also, the FOC reveal was Jeff DeCall, which is kind of an odd one, right? Like, it's a bloody head with a flower and a flamingo eating it. Like, that's, how do you even come up with that idea? It's dark, yet colorful. All right, I think this might be the last Mighty Morphin Power Rangers cover or issue, and then they do a big old relaunch. I do like the Barons one. We don't have a whole lot of Power Ranger fans at our store, so we're super light on this book. Swimsuit special for Street Fighter. Street Fighter does really well for us. They keep coming out with one-shots. The miniseries are far in between, but they do one-shots. And there's always a ratio variant, or sometimes there's like a secret variant that helps us, you know? Always got to help the store. Conan, number 13. It's a brand new storyline, and there are a ton of covers. How many you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 covers for this new one. And there's some good ones. I do like this Marchesio. I just like I like when it's like something small within a vast cover. Like there's a lot of, I know it's not negative space because it's all mountains and snow, but I just enjoy that. The small bits. But yeah, lots of your standard Conan poses, standing, bloody, sword. But yeah, that's my favorite. Anyway, you can get all 8 covers for 20% off, and that is the FOC. Next week, we are at the convention all weekend. I'll try to do an FOC. I'm going to try and get our new release video up. If I can get it done tomorrow, that'll be great. But yeah, like when we're on convention time, it's hard to keep up with these videos on the schedule, but I will do my best, and we'll see if we'll get them in. Anyway, thanks for watching, and subscribe, like, share, blah.